The city has decided they're going to give Dublin 7 $900,000 of our tax money in order for them to come locate in the city. And you can do yourself a little pro forma and see that with that incentive, it's going to take almost 12 years for them to pay anything toward police and fire services or to contribute to better roads or anything like that. Paul Schaefer put in a request, and it's very well written request where they're asking for any of the feasibility studies or financial impacts and stuff. And the city attorney came back and said, "Fat chance, we're not going to tell you." So I've gone ahead and asked Google to help me compute the numbers. So I've chosen Texas Roadhouse because it's a restaurant that's well known and does a lot of business here in the city. And it's interesting that basically you're going to make Texas Roadhouse pay $800 themselves in order to bring in competition like that. So this is pretty interesting. I asked them how much taxable income will Texas Roadhouse store usually have. That is the corporate income tax, and that will be about six or taxable income, not how much tax they're going to pay, but how much taxable income they will have that can be subject to tax. And that's between $600,000 and $850,000 a year is what Google says the store will bring in. So you have waiters, cooks, dishwashers, and other staff. So you'll be able to collect city income tax on their salaries, and they make between about $2 and $2.5 million a year in restaurants. So you know that the Huber tax rate is 2.25%. So you put that all into a little thing, and the most they would have subject to income tax would be about $3.3 million. You multiply that by the tax rate, it's about a $75,000 a year income tax that the corporation will pay if you include the corporation and the employees. So you divide 900,000 divided by 75,000, and that's 11.9 years before there's any money paid in income tax to go toward police and fire. The rest of it is just making up for the $900,000 that you gave them, and that's the high end. If they only make the low end, then it's going to take over 15 years before they pay anything toward helping the city. So it would be nice if the city actually told us what they were thinking when they decided to give away all this money. So if you've been listening to all this thing about the new music center, you'll hear them say, "Oh, well, we bring in these businesses in order to help pay for this $71 million music center." But they're not even going to be paying for their own police and fire services for 15 years. So what sense does that make? Of course, it doesn't make any sense at all. I am coming to you as a resident, but I did want you to know that I am running for Congress also, and I would appreciate your vote here in November. I'm Tom McMasters, the Libertarian candidate for Ohio's 10th Congressional District, and a Huber Heights resident. Thank you.